Okay, y'all, June reading wrap up. I opened almost 30 books this month, but I only managed to finish 15. Surrender by Risley Adams, narrated by Midnight Michael and Murray Brehan. Erotic novellas is this author's superpower. Friends who made a pact that if they were still single in 12 years, they were going to see if it do what it do, and they did. These narrators set your earphones on fire. The Cheater's Wife by C.N. Mabry, narrated by Ruffin Prentice and Michelle Williams. This is more than a whodunit thriller mystery type book. The mystery is who killed one of the friends, one of the boys' friends. One of the boys is her husband's side baby. There's so many layers, and even if you figure it out, no, you are not going to be prepared for this ending. Caught Up by Nevessa Allen, narrated by Teddy Hamilton, Jason June, and Cassie Hallowell. I enjoyed this story perfectly fine. Second Chance, mob-ish, very loosely connected to Lights Out. I do wish it was either released first or not even connected because it's so different, but I enjoyed it just fine. Fear Me by B.B. Reed, solely narrated by Ava Erickson. This is an enemies to lovers, bully, high school bully romance. And I struggle with those. I struggled with this one. I know this is an older series, but I am curious as to where it goes. King's Distraction by Aisha Bree, narrated by Midnight Michael and Lauren Nichols. Zeno has taken over his father's winery and resort. She is the new sommelier, trying to get him into the 21st century. It's Grumpy Sunshine. This was so swoony. It had a little suspense element going on. This was a very easy, sexy read. Gold Coast Dilemma by Nana Malone, narrated by Sonlia Nankani and Tim Page. Now I'm gonna have to contact Ancestry because my mama was born in Hazard, Kentucky, but I am pretty sure she is a Ghanaian mom. This is a women's fiction that centers an interracial relationship. Ofasua and Cole are in the publishing industry. To me, this was about Ofasua finding herself in her place in a white male dominated space while defining herself, finding love and what that means for her. Culturally, it was a love letter. Oh, I love this book. This is not so much forced marriage, more marriage of convenience. Monroe is plus size. She is the daughter of a mobster. She's been sheltered, low key emotionally abused. Monroe is a plastic surgeon who refused to perform surgery on her because ain't not nothing wrong with her. He is also mob adjacent, but Monroe ain't never scared, okay? The way he poured love and life into her. And you know, I'm a sucker for a nickname. I love a good girl, little mama, but the way he called her chocolate, my God. Always a Bridesmaid by Erin Clark and Laura Lovely, narrated by Andrew Iden and Crystal Hammond. I found this over in Plus. She is an undercover bridesmaid for hire. He is the groom's best friend. He doesn't believe in love. She's got issues. It was cute, predictable, but a good palate cleanser. It entertained me. Little Rock by Akweke Emezi, narrated by Adepero Aduye and Kadushi Wuji. This was a dark Nigerian soap opera that put me on my ass. There was so much going on in this book. The friendship group, oh, the webs we weave, y'all. The religious undertones and overtones. Everybody ain't what you think they are. Everybody got skeletons in the closet. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this one, but wow, I am impressed. Trouble with Love by Christina C. Jones, narrated by Ebony Flowers and Marcel Davenport. The way I was not prepared for the drama of this story. This features two sisters who are twins, and their life and loves. And y'all, this was a doozy. I was absolutely captivated. I did struggle with the narration a little bit. It was hard to keep track of whose point of view we were in. Shanora Williams, Whispers of the Lake, narrated by Dominique Franceschi and Jasmine Walker. This was more mystery than thriller to me because it circles around Rose trying to find her ex-best friend who come up missing. Now, Rose is a reporter, but I don't think Rose never seen not one episode of CSI. This book had me at the edge of my seat. It was a time. All Hail Queen Duchess by Sherelle Green, wonderfully narrated by Wesley Chavon and Sean Kristen. Stanley and Duchess, y'all. I used to feel a kind of way about Duchess and their story. I take everything I've thought back. This was a doozy. The revelations. If you haven't gotten into this mafia saga, do yourself a favor and get into it. I don't know if I'm ready for Creed though. My Absolute Darling by Gabriel Talent, wonderfully narrated by Alex McKenna. This is a hard book, y'all. Turtle is raised by one of them crazy ass QAnon survivalist deities. She is tortured and put through unimaginable horrors, in her journey to get through this life. The writing is mostly well done. It's clearly written by a man. I had a problem with the underlying tone of the way it was written, maybe. I don't know. The Break She Needed by Lauren Lacey, narrated by Marcel Davenport and Wesley Siobhan. Evie is a bad boss bitch on her game, always on her grind. She finally takes a vacation, gets her groove back, tries to relax, meets Kobe, who's the bartender, but way more than that. Y'all, this was swoony and sexy, fast, fun. This needs to be a Netflix show. The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. This time it's narrated by Andrew Iden and Mahan Nababi. This is a reread for me for 4 or 5 years ago. The narration definitely changed the tone of the book, but I don't know that I enjoyed it any more or any less. I didn't remember nothing. I still had to look up spoilers. That middle end over the top still irritated me and had me captivated. I still enjoy it.